frying you up some salmon patties. Gonna make these for you and show you how to make these step by step, each one individually. So let's get cooking. Let's cut into that. Let's see what that look like. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. You get the first bite, I get the second. You want to pick out all of my bones, especially ones like this that they might be chewable, but you don't want to be crunching out on those. So you want those out. Even the smaller ones that we might have, we would make sure we pick them all out. Put them into our second bowl over there. Check this one here. That's good. Some more in here. Take this out. Once you feel comfortable with the bones in there, then you go ahead and you can mash those into one, right? So you got the other one here. Notice that there aren't any more or very little bones left. We'll take a fork and start mashing them into one. Make sure it's one consistent plate of our salmon. Keep going down. Change bowls. Add my eggs, and I'm going to cut up my veggies that I want to go in here. Just get these really mashed properly. Let's dice up my onion real quick. I'm going to use half of an onion. So let's go ahead and take out the bottoms like we normally do. Just make a score so I can get rid of my husk. Cut there. Remove the husk off of the onion. Take the whole thing off. Take it all off of there. Then I'm going to dice it up. This one you can use, but I like to take it all off. Like a skin, harshy skin. Cut my onion. But before we do that, let's get rid of those right there. Move this out of the way, and we got rid of all of our waste there. Turn that around. Chop some more. We don't have to use the whole of this because that's a small amount, but we need to dice it up enough that it'll be really good. And I have to dice up my bell pepper, and I like to use these. These are more used in Asian meals, but I'm going to use these as well. And there's our panko. So let's keep going. And you have 2 room temperature eggs that you're going to use to bind it all together. So that's how you work with that. Now let's chop it up into small diced pieces, like so, making them smaller so that it's easy to chunk on in your patty. Smooth that out. Let's put that into my bowl now. Get my bench scraper and put those in there. Grab the last little bit of those. And we're not going to use all of this. We're probably going to use half of this, but I like to cut up half of my onion in order to make sure that I can secure the other half. And you can cut them into quarters, but let's move on to our green pepper. I'm going to move this aside. Now I'm going to just use a little bit of this as well too. I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to try not to disturb the seeds, but I probably already did. Let's cut down. Watch your finger cutting down and around. And let's pull it out. Of course, explosion of seeds. It's okay. Take these seeds out. We have a little trash area right here. Let's put those into the trash. Now let's move this aside. Take my bench scraper and move some of that to the side there. So we can have a clean spot to dice it up. Much like the onion. We're gonna slice it. Move the seed. Slice it in half. Some more seeds in there. That happens. You're gonna have seeds. But try to limit those. Like I said, seeds are very good for when you want to use to potentially start your little garden. Let's go ahead and chunk them down just a little bit more. So you can dice them up really small. You can also buy these. I think you can buy them pre-diced. So if you go to the store, you might be able to find some. Cut it. One more. Now tell me in the comments, what does this look like? Doesn't that look like those Hawaiian ladies that dance? Okay. All right, let's continue cutting. I'm sorry. Thought it looked like that. We're gonna cut this up even smaller. Like you're doing a stir fry, but I want these to be really tiny. Watch your finger, fold it. You don't cut your fingers off. right, that's good. Get the back of it. Nice and tiny. And chop it up even more. Keep chopping. And then move on to my green onion, the little strip. These little guys will be next. Press that there. Let's go ahead and cut those up. And let's move on. Clean it off. Move on to my green onion. I love these. Bring lots of good taste. And if you want, at the end, it makes it such a beautiful meal by putting these as on the top of your meal. So it gives a greeny look. All right, so after I've cut this up, I'm gonna get my bowl here and mix everything together with my eggs. I'm gonna use 2 room temperature eggs. It can be cold eggs as well too. Let's cut those up, put those in a bowl. Let's start by cracking out eggs. We're gonna use 2 eggs. That's 1, 2. Put that into the trash. Grab our whisk, break our yolk, and whisk that together. Take out any shells that might go in there. And this happens, by the way, except you go into a separate bowl and break it and whisk it. We're gonna whisk this together. Let's add in our salmon into our, it's kind of like our wet mix when we're doing, like when you're doing bread. That's what you do, is put your eggs in all your wet, and this will be more like our flour. So we're doing the exact same thing, same makeup. Now let's take our spatula and combine this together just a little bit, not a lot. This is our binder. This is what's gonna bind everything together along with my mayo. It's like how you do your burgers. You put that in there, your eggs in there, and all the yolk and the egg white will bind it all together to keep it all formed. Now let's go ahead and grab our mayo and my little spatula. Let's put that in there. More of the same. It's gonna help to bind and bring taste to it. But we're also gonna bring in all our seasonings, which will give us flavor. And one of those seasonings we're gonna use is garlic powder. I'm gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. We don't need much because this is a 14-ounce can. You can use a 14 to 16-ounce can. Onion powder. Sprinkle that in. Another 1/4 teaspoon. Ooh, wrong end. Gotta be careful there. If you open up the wrong end, that has a big opening. So you got to be careful. But next, we're gonna use some parsley flakes. Take that top off. Finish shaking my parsley flakes. Now let's add in our lime juice. We need about a teaspoon of lime juice. More of the same. Let's grab our salt over here. We need about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so about a pinch of it. Now, all of our chopped up veggies that we did, let's put that all in there. I don't need all of that, but just need to do that amount. Now let's stir that around with the eggs and everything else. And the smell is amazing. So we're gonna combine that with everything that we put in there. Combine that together. Before we get too far ahead, let's add our breadcrumbs. And we're using panko breadcrumbs, Italian style. Shake those in there. Save a little bit more. Let's stir this up. You can hear the breadcrumbs in there. And all the liquids that we add in there with the lime juice and everything else is going to help to keep it loose. And then our last little bit, now that we have it all together. Let's put these together, put back on my gloves, and then we're going to form our patties. And then once we've formed those, we'll be ready to fry. So let's keep those together. And we're going to do it on a medium heat. We don't want it on a high heat. And you got to watch it every time all the way through. You can also use something that's round shaped that you can, just like a cookie, just put them in a round shape. Let's grab a scoop of my salmon. I'm going to take my spatula. I'm just going to do my hand, but let's take your spatula, grab out enough, and I'm going to form my patties into a ball. Then I'm going to pat them down, and we go like that. What do you think? Is that beautiful? Add a little bit more. Like I said, I want really nice patties. Now you're going to take them about maybe about 45 seconds to a minute per side. You can go up to 2 minutes, but just watch for burning them. Just gotta do my French toast. Just gotta be careful. Gonna work those around. Press that down onto my plate. Let's go ahead and make another one. Grab another batch of it into my hand with my spatula. Put another one in there. Pat it together in your hands. Make a nice round patty. Flip it over. Do it on the other side. Get nice and round. Go around it. Take your finger. I'm going around it. Take off any jagged edges. Flip it back over. Do the same thing. Just rest it onto my plate, nice and gentle. Move that one aside. We're going to form up at least 4 of these, and then we're going to get it to our pan. Like I said, at medium heat, not too high. Let's do the spoon test. See how it fries. It is frying around that spoon. What that means, we're ready to fry. So as you can tell, I'm ready. I have this station over here for when I put it in and take it out. I can drain it. And then I got over here, I have my patties, of course, already made. I got my spider here to take it out. But we're gonna lift it in with my spatula. So let's go ahead and get it one in there. Let's gently place it in there. Put it down in there. Let it fry. Look how beautiful that looks. You're gonna let it heat get around it and fry it, and then I'll flip it over. Much like how we do chicken. Let the crust on the bottom get enough brown, and then you flip it so it can stay together. Let's go ahead and check it out. Ooh, that's the brown we want. Let's go ahead and spin it to confirm. Let's be careful on our spin. There we go. Look at that. That's what we want. Of course, our heat wants to turn off. We gotta turn it back on to finish up our job here of making these croquettes, or salmon patties for you guys. Both names. Tell me down in the description, what do you call it? Some are salmon croquettes and some are salmon patties. So just depends. We have our patties right over there. We're gonna get this one done and add in another one and keep going. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna put it over here. I'll grab my spider, pick it up, let it drain, and then I'm gonna put it over here in a second. It's gonna lift up on this and then check it to see how brown it is. I want it at least that brown there. I want it dark brown, but I want it, let it do really well in terms of the way it looks. So I'm gonna lift up. This is the same way you can do your shrimp patties. You just gotta freeze it in the freezer. Give it a little more time. Let's give it about probably another 45 seconds, and then I'll take it out. So I'll do roughly around about a minute to minute and a half aside. Check it, and if it needs 2 minutes, I'll let it go there, but deep frying is doing well. The type of oil that I'm using is peanut oil, so that can take a lot of heat. So I also use extra virgin olive oil in a lot of the foods that I use because it's very healthy for your heart. So you just can use which one you want. Let's scoop up with my spider here and let that drain. Let the fat drain out on the bottom before you do this. Put it onto your rack so you don't have too much. And it's gonna drain on the rack, so let's rest that down onto the rack. We're gonna let it sit. Move it over onto our rack and just let it sit. Rest that down. Let's grab another one. Like I said, we're gonna gently place it in there. We're going to gently place it in there. Take our finger, push it off, let it fry for a good minute and a half. And then you check it with your spatula and lift up. And I like how this is frying right now. All the bubbles around it. And you want it nice and crispy. Let's go ahead and check it out. Ooh, that's the brown we want. Let's go ahead and spin it. Let's put in my last patty. And like I said, rest it in gently. Watch your finger. Let all the bubbles gather around it. Let it sit there for a minute and a half. As far as 2 minutes, you can go that far. And look at that guy right over there. Look how yummy that looks. And we've done the 3 of them. So this is the last one we have to get done. Then I'm gonna make my sauce, let them cool. And then we're gonna do a taste test. Our patties have cooled. Now it's time to make my sauce. We're gonna start out with some mayo. It's gonna be about 6 teaspoons of mayo. So we're not gonna go crazy on it. Just I'll give you a demonstration. About 2 to 3 teaspoons of orange juice. Let's mix that a little bit together. Now let's get some of our sweet relish. I'm gonna use it right at about 3 to 4 teaspoons of that. Mix that together. As you can tell, we're making a tartar sauce. Mix that well together. Let's put in a dash of salt, a couple pinches of it. Mix that around. And last but not least, some honey. Let's put in a half a teaspoon of honey, because I love it sweet. It's actually about a teaspoon, but half a teaspoon of honey in there. Mix it up one more time. Make sure it's nice and sweet and very tangy with our orange juice. Now let's put on our tartar sauce onto our patties. Now I'm going to lower my patty down because I want to do that taste test right now. Lower down that patty to get in the action. Put some tartar sauce on the back one there. Oh yeah. Grab my fork. Say grace. It's grace. Now, you know what the moment is. Let's break that. Scoop that up. You know, you get the first bite. I get the second. So good, I can't talk. Definitely amazing. Great taste. Lots of flavor. And that orange in that tartar sauce with the honey is amazing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you for this journey. Check out some of my videos somewhere around here, and I'll check you on the next one.